Fuck! Fuck. No, don't die. Don't die! Look at me, you motherfucker! You can't die! You can't die! It needs somebody to fucking pass to. If you die, it won't fucking work. Look at me! Stay alive, you piece of shit!
Welcome to the Haddonfield Horrors podcast, where we discuss all things horror, from one-off movies to franchises to TV series and even expanded media. I'm Mark.
I'm Twan.
And today we're reviewing Smile 2, released in 2024. And once again, it's both written and directed by Parker Finn. Twan, can you give the people the plot summary?
Smile 2 follows pop star Sky Riley, who is preparing for a major comeback tour after a traumatic car crash and struggles with addiction. After witnessing a horrifying death, she becomes the next target of the sinister Smile entity, which torments its victims through terrifying hallucinations and psychological manipulation. As the vision grows worse, Sky is forced to confront her guilt, trauma, and darkest memories before the curse consumes her completely. And this week, we do not have any Haddonfield headlines, so we will get straight into the movie.
Well, Smile 2. Well, actually, the same way I saw the first Smile is how I saw the second Smile. Saw it with my friend on a trip, which was supposed to be just like a little nap stop. But Smile 2 was so good. Like, we kind of knew to watch it because we enjoyed the first one. I didn't know how much I was going to enjoy Smile 2. I didn't pay attention to any of the promotional material. I didn't know what it was going to remotely be about. I was going in thinking it was going to be about Joel and Joel's survival. Color me shocked when he's the first person to fucking die, and like I was not prepared for that. And getting the whole like canceled pop star crawling her way back to the top, like I enjoyed watching watching her completely break down. And I love how they incorporated her being a pop star and like doing the performances and just like completely breaking the fuck down. Like, and oh my god, the music! Like, my girl can sing. My girl got it. Okay,
Speaking of which, I'm going to just throw this in there. She just released an album. Like
amazing.
An actual album as herself.
Amazing. And I love her music video. That's how like it. This whole movie was good. Like, I'm glad I didn't know much about the movie before going into watch it. Outside of it, just like being Smile 2, that sequel to that movie I liked. I'm glad I went in blind because I probably would have went in with like not such high like opinion or like hopes if I knew it was going to be centered around her bringing her career back, because that's a brilliant plot. Like, that's a great plot. But what about you, Twan? What were your thoughts on Smile 2?
Yes, I was very much like into this movie. Like from the marketing leading up to it and all that. When the first trailer dropped, and even before the first trailer, when I saw the synopsis of what it was going to be about and how it was already elevating above the first one with the main character being a pop star, like that immediately sparked so many ideas in my head. I was like, yo, like there's just so many ways that this can be utilized, especially considering what we saw in the first Smile movie, and like how many people just pop stars interact with, and like what could go wrong. And it was when I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm interested. And then Naomi Scott got announced. Loved her from like back, Lemonade Mouth, and I did like her in the 2017 Power Rangers movie. I thought she was good in that as well. And got the trailer for it. I was hooked. I was immediately hooked. And then they started doing the promo with the singles, the Sky Riley fan pages. Like I was shit, they had me a Sky Riley stand before the movie came out because the songs was hidden. Nah, I can't even lie to you. And then got to see the movie. It's kind of same way as Mark. I saw it with the same friend that I saw the first one with, but um, it was great. I like this way more than I did the first one, and I was not expecting to that much. Like,
I
I,
think
I, I,
because it open this one opens the world up in a way that doesn't seem like too crowded or like giving us too much. It opens it just enough to be like, oh, like anybody can get this.
mhm. And it was a lot of different layers and stuff that they were able to do with this one because of the whole thing with her character coming off of like the car accident and being in you know substance abuse and all that stuff. So because in the first one, the whole thing with the Rose was people just thought she was having a mental breakdown and attributing everything that was happening to her to that. Whereas in this one, it's like, once somebody is labeled a drug addict or anything like that, or you're labeled like you have alcoholism or something, like everything that you do that's wrong at that point is attributed to that only thing about you. So like no one is believing her about anything that she's going through. And once we get to that beginning part where the drug dealer like passes it along to her by killing himself in front of her, like she did in the movie. She can't call the police and be like, oh, blah 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 blah. Like, girl, you're at a drug dealer's house and you're an ex addict and you're a pop star. Like, it's like this is gonna be on TMZ the next day. I mean, that in the next couple of hours. Like, if this call was to go through, so it's a lot of different layers of things that that a character like that would have to think about for what they're doing. And then at the same time, they're trying to do a whole comeback tour, and your mom is your manager. You got fucking Chris Jenner over here basically in your ear saying, like, I really don't care what the fuck going on with you. It's a lot of money on the line. We got to get through with this. And it was crazy. Like, the scares were up, like, greatly. And honestly, like, this movie kind of set a new little jump scare standard. I used to be the Conjuring, but they kind of fell back. Like the Conjuring 1 and 2, I was like, if you go do that, like the PG-13 or general audience like jump scare type horror, like the Conjuring 1 and 2 and like the first Insidious, were like, I would say like, yeah, it gotta be like that. But now like Smile 1 and 2, like they kind of set that new little standard. Like if like someone, if a friend of mine who maybe they don't know that many movies, or like they're just not like into horror, like, hey, I want to watch a scare movie like tonight, I would recommend them this movie. Like, I feel like this works in that type of realm where it's very digestible for anybody to kind of get into. But even if you are just a fan of like horror movies, you can appreciate the performance that was being put in by Naomi Scott on from like the scream queen of it all, but also playing into the whole pop star of it, because she's doing the choreography, she's doing the singing and all that. And I feel as though she was very believable. Like like I would be, I probably would be, well, not, I probably would. I was a stan. I was Sky Riley stan for the point in time that this movie was out, and she did a really good job here. And that's one thing I can say that I've seen a lot of when people talk about this movie is just her performance, because she was great here. And I hope that I know she's in her singing era right now. She released an album, but I hope she takes more horror projects because she really is good for it.
Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. So let's talk more about it. Let's talk about some scenes and some kills that stood out for us. And just to start off with me again, since I was going in expecting this to be like a Joel movie, because I had no information about it. The opening, like the cold opening with him trying to pass it off to like the mafia, whoever the hell they were. I was like, oh my god, they're about to take my boy out. In the beginning, I I was distraught. And then he got hit
Mm,
by that car. I was like, no, they ran that man over. It it hurt. It hurt.
hmm
But I mean, I did like his plan though. Like, let's run these. Let me pass this over to like the worst people I can and make them
Like,
suffer for it.
yeah, like he was being very ethical about it in the best way
I
that he could, and it comes
like
when
if
it
this
comes
is.
to killing someone.
I mean, yep. If you gotta give it to somebody, I then shit.
Yeah, that was like the best way that he could have went about that, honestly. And I also like just going off that scene in general. Like it was a whole one take too. It felt like a short film inside the movie because it was just
But they
all one.
all.
It was yeah.
No, go ahead. My bad.
No, just because it was just like how they did it and made it seem like that one take. Because I saw the only cut that they did for that scene was when he jumped out the window, which I mean you still couldn't tell really,
No,
but
you couldn't.
everything up to that point though was like all one take.
But outside of Kill, I will say I love the like her dance rehearsal scenes when she's like performing a
hmm
song. I too became a stan, and I was like, oh damn, I need more of this. I need more. Um, but that scene, the hallucination that wound up her killing her mom, I like I knew it was happening, but still, when she comes out of it and she didn't kill her mom, it was distraught. But then the whole sequence after that, when she was like trying to get away and trying to just like get out of the hotel, and then that fucking guy stopped her. I forgot who that was.
Joshua.
Yeah, when he stopped her, I'm like, oh my god. But the scene that broke me is when she's in the car with her friend who she made up with. And then she gets the phone call and the girl's on the line and she's like, I listened to all these like voicemails and shit. Like, what are you talking about? And then she turns over and then her
Um,
friend has a smile. I was distraught. I was like,
no,
no.
the demon would have had me there. It would have had me there.
And then to come to find out she's actually driving, bro. I was like,
This is
no,
what
what's
I meant
happening?
in the last one when I'm like, the smile demon is OP. It's too powerful.
Like, what are you talking? I felt so bad for her. I was like, she cooked, she done. They got her. There's no coming back from this. It's and then I gotta say her death, like when she gets put in that thing, and then and then you realize, oh my gosh, she's in the thing, and she's on stage and she's performing, and her mom. You see her mom's alive. Everybody's fucking alive, and then
Mm,
I'm glad they didn't show us her shoving the microphone wherever the fuck she shoved it. I'm glad they left that off screen. My only problem with that scene is that, like, baby, if y'all didn't have a good enough budget for the Smile entity, you could have, you should have done something else because it
I'm
looks wonky.
I'm gonna be.
It's given CW animation.
I
No,
don't think
don't
the
defend it.
smile
Don't
entity
defend it.
looked that bad
Don't
because
defend it.
it was mostly practical.
And it looked, and you can't tell. That's the issue. I think they put too much on it. If they would have just left it bare bones, put a couple tweaks here and there, CGI, then yes. I think they put too much on it.
No, I think the only part in this scene that I didn't like is when we saw her crawl into her mouth and like on her face, like the CGI of like it
It did.
crawling like around that part looked off to me. But the smile demon itself, like I didn't have like an issue with the way that looked. Kind of, to be honest, Um,
I
but
think for
that
my
sequence,
last scene, yeah, that shit was wild. Like, I'm glad they didn't show us the whole thing, but and then my last one, the flash. Well, I didn't like the flashbacks with her in a car with him, like with her boyfriend or whatever, and I felt
really,
like I just felt like we didn't need to see all that. Like that was too much. Like I feel like they should have
I
kept
think
it
we
ambiguous. Like
did need.
I no, I don't think so though. I think we should have just kept it like they should have put doubt in our minds. Like like don't confirm it to us. Leave it as a question. Like, oh shit, did she cause the car crash? Did she kill him, or is she just innocent? She just feels guilty because she has survivor's guilt. I thought they should just kept it like let us draw our own conclusion on that one.
But yeah. As I'm saying, though, yeah, I think it should have been shown because I think it's a big part of her arc to like because that was the whole thing that she was battling with most of the time throughout the movie was that whole part of it all. But I get what you're saying, leaving it ambiguous, but I don't think that does anything for us to leave it ambiguous. But as far as scenes that I liked, there were a couple. Um, my favorite sequence in this movie was the whole part where she um was in her apartment. She was like, "Okay, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm about to leave," and her dancers were like in the apartment in like her closet when she tried to leave. And they were like slowly like creeping up and chasing her throughout the apartment until they like fully like grabbed her and were like throwing her around
Oh,
and
that was
all
a good
that.
one.
That was such a good scene. And like because they were dancers, like they were like not they were like kind of contorting their bodies a bit, like how always on them were like above each other like that, crazy. But it was such a good scene though. So I did like that one when the drug dealer Lewis, like when she was at his apartment and we see the scene ends up so like the practical effects on his face and then his like whole jaw falling off at the end there with that ew. That was on that whole scene disgusting. But anyway, let's see what else when she like battling herself like towards the end of the movie, especially when she was first like on that table and she was looking saw the version of her in the seat about to take the seatbelt off. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
That whole
she
sequence in the car was
is not
insane.
a break. She is not getting a break this entire time. Um, yeah. And when she came back to her dressing room after she saw like Joshua smile at her and thought he her dressing room, she went off. And of course, he didn't do that. But I felt
That poor kid. He
so
was
bad
like,
for
I don't know what the
him
fuck
in
is you
that moment
talking about?
because he was he was not mean to her at all throughout the whole movie. But I know she thought it was him. That I felt bad for him. Was there anything else that I'm missing? Um, no. Yeah. I think outside of yeah, I don't have anything else. You kind of cover some good ones. that I would have. Oh and no, we forgot about the whole little like charity event where she knocked that old lady over.
Well, with that, then let's go over to a brief mention to Joel. I thought I was going to get more Joel, but like I said in the scene section, if you have to pass this alone and you have no choice, did he pick the right people to do it? Like if your name appeared on the Epstein list, I'm making sure I do it in front of you.
Yeah,
Where
that part.
where Harvey Weinstein at? Like Bill Cosby can see now. Where he at? I make sure I do it in front of somebody who this needs to make suffer. So Joel, you try to go out like a hero, and it was admirable. I'm so sorry that car ran you over.
Shout out to Joel. Kyle Gallner, we love you.
Still looking fine. But let's move on over to her team, which is going to consist of her mom and Josh. Like Tawan said, I felt so sorry for Josh. He was really being helpful the entire time, and was just a nice employee. And her mom, I kind of get it. Her mom was kind of being the overbearing manager. She wasn't really giving mom vibes, but also like when you know your daughter caused the car crash that killed her boyfriend. I'm pretty sure her mom knows, and
Mm.
she got all this extra drama going on, and she was a tarnished pop star before all this. Like you asked me to help you do a comeback, like, bitch, you need to be listen to what I'm saying to you. Like I get it. Like you want the mom is on pause and manager is in the house right now. Please get it together. What are your thoughts on her team?
Yeah, like in regards to like her team, I hmm, I get okay. I get where the mom was coming from. I do on like the
That was the
business
tangent.
side of it all, but like you're also the mom, and your daughter is clearly going through something right now. Even if you think it's the drugs or whatever, like
A
you're not
crackhead.
you're not working on your daughter. You're not trying to help your daughter as mom. You're trying to help your daughter as Chris Jenner,
But isn't that what
the
she
manager.
asked? Isn't that what Sky asked that woman to revive my tarnished career because I'm a messy drunk crackhead and I done killed somebody and we got to keep it a secret. Now, if you ask this woman to help bring you back your tarnished career, like we got to put everything else on hold. Get your shit together and go make this money and get on the stage and sell these albums. Get the
Okay, but
people
let's be
back.
real
You
though.
know,
Let's be real. If she wasn't being harassed by the smile demon, I think that would have went off.
true. True. Also, yes, yes. But also, it's her fault because how she get the smile demon? Because she a
You're right.
crackhead.
I mean, you're right, but she ain't got to be a crackhead. She going through something. But she needed something. I mean, it does suck because like she clearly was in
I could tell the
pain
mom cared. I could tell the mom cared.
because of her back, but like she did care. She did, but it's rough. It's rough given the situation.
Hmm.
Like it's I don't know what else you like. It's a rough scenario to kind of get that on. And it's more interesting because it is her mom and like the momager type of role. So like you have to be the manager, but I mean, and with other people on your back for your daughter and all this stuff, like it's only so much that you can do. And then moving along from the mom and go to Joshua, he was just trying to help. Joshua was just trying to help. But Sky, before just Joshua was kind of like on that. not, and I'm not saying it's like a bad way, but his like positivity was like like that toxic positivity where like it's like you're too nice.
Like,
And
girl, that
Sky did
the house is burning down and
Sky
you over
didn't
there
need that.
smiling and shit.
And Sky, she didn't need that, but he was doing what he could. But I was like, as I mentioned in the scenes, like when she got on him about the about the room, and she thought he did it. I was like, girl, leave him alone. He didn't do that. Why would he do that to you? She was going off.
Well, let's move on over to her best friend, Gemma, who we never actually met. Like, I'm pretty sure the Gemma that we
Mm-hmm.
saw is true to form to the Gemma that Sky remember, but we never actually met that character.
Mm-hmm.
But I get why they fell out. Gemma was, correct in doing so because that was some fuck shit. Um, and I liked the friendship that we were seeing rebuild, and that's and the fact that when Skylar called her, she pulled up in the car. That's why the car scene breaks me so much because it's like we haven't been talking for that long, but we're best friends and we reconnected and that bond is still there. And I was like, yes, real friends, real family, when push comes to shove, they there for you. But there was the fucking smile demon and that broke me. That broke me. Because I forgot about that part until I rewatched this movie and I'm broken all over again and I'm upset because she was there for her. She pulled up. She was like, bitch, we ride at Dom. We finna fuck this demon up. And this was the first
Yeah,
time that we had somebody like, okay, the main character told somebody and they believed them 100%, and we're doing this. What about you?
yeah. I, I thought I was. They got me good with this one. I'm just saying that they got me good because when Gemma first pulled up, like, and Sky was being antsy because she had just seen some shit. Like when she first walked into the house, like right behind Sky, Sky like grabbed the lamp and Gemma grabbed the lamp too, like to a weapon just in case. Like I was like, oh, she down. She immediately like got in order
With the
when she
shits.
walked. Exactly. I was like, okay, that's a friend. And also like that actress, like I can the one who played Gemma, I can only see her in my head as that the character from King Schmidt that she played, and but she's actually hilarious. Like even here, she was funny a bit when she was in some of the scenes with Sky, and it was crazy when we didn't know her the whole time, and how crazy that the fucking smile demon can just infiltrate like that and keep your delusion up the entire time. Because going back, I forget who I watched this that mentioned this, but someone was talking about this movie and how the only person who interacted with Gemma was Sky. Like even when Gemma's mom walked in the apartment and Gemma like said like hey to her mom, like the mom never reacted to what she said. It was only
I don't.
Sky.
But see, I thought that was like an awkward, like, what the fuck is she doing here type of
No, I
thing.
did too. No, I did too. And then, but then someone pointed that out. I was like, damn, they actually right. Like nobody acknowledged her at all. So I was like, well, shit. Okay. Um, but yeah, as you said as well, like it's understandable, like why she isn't her friend anymore. Um, I mean, we saw the last messages that Sky sent her. She went the fuck off on her. Um, and it's hard to come back from shit like that. So thinking that you rekindled that whole thing after you went off on the deep end, and this person that you feel is like your only confidant at this point, was it even real? Like it's insane.
Oh, let's move on over to Sky Riley herself. I thought she was a great, complicated and protagonist. Um, She was good. I like the singing. I like what she brought. You know, we had a more like closed personal story that first time that felt like isolating because it was a doctor in like a small like it was just on a smaller scale. But then seeing it through the eyes of a pop star who had all these people and all these instances around her, like she can't trust anybody, but she has to be around all these people and anybody she looks at gets the creepy smile. The fucking kid at her concert or the signing that started to smile. I was like, girl, you're not safe nowhere. Cancel this concert, cancel the tour, just lock yourself up like you like. It was so bad, and I guess yeah, finding out that she actually caused the accident is actually big because it actually explains so much more of her character and her reactions to things.
Mm.
So I enjoyed Sky, and I love going through this journey with her.
Yup. And if I have to say one thing, first things first, Sky Riley is way better than Lady Raven.
You know what? I was thinking, I was thinking about all of that before we hit record. I was like, this is what M Night Shyamalan wanted to give us, but
And
I
he
would have
was
followed
not.
Sky with the whole trap plot. It would have made like I don't. This guy was giving bad bitch, not and Lady Raven wasn't.
Like, Sky was giving me, like she was giving a performance. Like, the choreo was there, everything was there. Like, I would have went to that concert. Me and Mark would have been there. We would have went to see Sky Riley. um, but yeah, she was a really good character, and I like what you mentioned about like the isolation of it all, because she also was isolated. It was just in that different way of it all. Like, all the eyes, everybody's eyes are on you. That you have to like self isolate so much, and because so many people rely on you and what happened, like it's like a different type of isolation that only certain sorts of people will go through or experience. Which
Mhm.
compared to what happened with Rose and hers, it was more like um, being shunted out of like everyone's lives, and like people are like removing you because of like the actions that the Smile Demon called you. Whereas in this instance, like the actions already happened to her, so now it's like all eyes are on you to make a comeback, and you're isolating for like your own personal reasons. But now that you've done that, like the the demon can use all that stuff to bring it back up and like make you pop off the way that it did on people and situate and like have those situations and stuff. And now you look like the pop star who was formerly on drugs, and now you're on drugs again because of what this shit is making you do. So it's interesting how they had it go, how they had used that in this movie, and um, it was able to play up a lot on it, and very very highly on Naomi Scott that she was able to pull all of it off and make it believable. Like, she was very believable in the role, and put in a lot of work into like passing this off as if like what the story was. Like, especially the scene and after the car crash where she's just crying. Like, that was a really good that was a really good showcase of like her acting there. Like, that was great. Um, but yeah, Scott, she had to go. She went through she went through a lot throughout this whole ordeal, and I don't. She was. I mean, she was obviously down to go through what the Morris guy was doing, like wanted to do. Which that's one part of the plot where when I heard it, I was like, oh, this thing again. I swear, so many movies love to do that whole, well, if we want to get rid of it, we got to kill you and then bring you back. I'm kind of getting tired of that.
And
But um,
it's a tired trope.
it is a tired trope for these type of movies. I actually saw that recently in this other, what the fuck was that movie called? It was called Whistle.
Like, honestly, it only makes sense.
It
It only ever
does.
really made sense to me in Final Destination.
Oh
It's the whole
yeah,
point of Final Destination is like death is trying to get you. So if you trick death by dying and coming back to life, it makes sense. I tricked the motherfucker. I get to live now.
yeah, and it makes and I guess in a sense it does make sense. Like if I'm just hearing it, like in this universe, but also it's like wow, as what we got here is like why would the smile demon let you kill yourself, or let someone else try to kill you when they could just convince you that that didn't happen. So it's like even if you did like try to success like do it, it was like the demon is OP. It's not gonna let you. It's not like you're but
Well,
yeah,
let's
that's
talk about the Smile Demon itself. Um, I I want to know more without knowing more. Story, but like
repeat that once more.
I I I want to know more, but I don't want to know. I know, like, I don't want to know if the demon is like some ancient spirit or demon. I don't want to know if it's like sent by the devil. I don't want to know if it's alien. I don't need to know any of that. That goes down the lane that I don't want to go. But I just kind of want to know more. Like, is this the only smile entity? Is there another one? Like, I kind of like I want to know more, but I don't want to know more. But like, you can't keep being mysterious. You got to give me a little bit something. You know what I'm saying? Just a little.
I get you, but I don't know. Like I feel like going more on anything about the smile demon is just going to give too much.
Like, I think I want to see it possess two people at the same time. And I
Well,
feel
I
like
guess we'll
if you're
see.
doing, yeah, because like I mean, at the end of this one, possess the whole goddamn stadium. So who knows? But yeah, I also want to know if there's any weakness. Like, give me a little bit of vulnerability. Like, I need there to be a win in the next one. Like, you just can't have the movie straight and people just die. Like, we need to find out a vulnerability. We got to figure out something. But I enjoy how vicious and how it fucks with your mind. Like, you had that girl in the hallucination for days. For days. That's
Insane.
insane. That's cruel. And that's some crazy. That's some shit. Like, listen, Freddie couldn't get me that long, but this thing sure the fuck could.
Yeah, this thing might get Freddy around for the money.
Oh, shit, this thing might whoop Freddie's.
Because it's just I said the first one like the smile demon is overpowered. Like it's like no way to kind of go against that honestly. Um, but on this one though, it was batting on 1,000. Like having random people show up at her apartment, that random guy, her dancers, making her she think her leg broke during the performance. Um, Popping up the boyfriend anywhere like that. The smile demon was having the time of its life with her. Even like towards the end where it was like I wanted you really bad. and killing her in front of the audience. Crazy.
Insane. I mean, the David really said, "We've been waiting for somebody like you," or "I've been waiting for somebody like you." Like what? Like, baby, you had a plan?
For real, the
Like
plan is
you've
crazy.
been you've been waiting for an audience? Like what's okay, fine. But with that, Tuan, can you give the people the behind the scenes info and fact?
That I can. So, Smile had a budget of 28 million. That's a good budget considering the movie. It's a really good budget size. And it brought in the box office of 138.1 million. They did really good.
Oh.
Um, some interesting facts here. I actually brought this one up to Mark earlier because I found this online about the movie. Um, so the character that was the drug dealer, his name was Louis Fergoli, and the last name Fergoli is actually the name of a neurological syndrome called Fergoli syndrome, and it's a rare psychiatric disorder where a person holds the delusional belief that different people are actually a single familiar person in disguise, often believed to be persecuting them, almost like our smile demon. So I thought that was a pretty interesting one. Um, Also, in September 2024, writer-director Parker Finn confirmed plans to continue the franchise with a third film, stating, "We've only maybe scooped a single glass of water out of the ocean. I think it's really fun to imagine a lineage of Smile movies where each one becomes more off the rails than the previous one." And in December of 2025, it was reported that Smile 3 is in the works and they're set to start filming later this year. Some critics' reactions: the film sits at 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Rolling Stone wrote, "There are long stretches where you actually forget you're watching a Smile movie and couldn't be blamed for thinking you stumbled into a slightly more nightmarish version of Beyond the Lights." The Guardian gave the film 3 out of 5 stars, writing, "I'm not sure Smile 2 really adds much to an experience that we don't already know, but it does make for a neat, well-utilized setting for a horror film about losing one's mind." And lastly, Vulture wrote, "As Sky becomes increasingly unable to tell what's actually happening and what's a waking nightmare, we should feel more for her and we should feel more with her. Instead, we lose interest as the whole thing becomes pointless and even a little cynical and cruel. The movie ultimately scuttles its own ambitions." But enough of them. What about us? Mark, do you cash or pass Smile 2?
I cash it. This was a good movie. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the plot. I enjoyed the twists and turns, the jump scares, the kills, the twist. The twist. Yeah, this is a good movie because I didn't know where it was going to go, and I was expecting more of the same from the first movie, and the fact that it didn't give me that, but it still felt within the same universe. That's a cash. How about you?
I also have to cash Smile 2. Um, if you recall the last episode where we reviewed Smile 1, I was saying I like this one way better than the first one, and that still sticks to this day. I think this movie was really good. I like the setting of it all. As a person who's just interested in like concerts, live music, like production and things of that matter, um, I really enjoyed this one. I thought Naomi Scott was incredible in the role. I would like her to do some more horror stuff outside of this. The music that she put out for the movie was great as well, and like actual songs, like not just like some throwaway stuff. Like these were good tracks. I really enjoyed it. The scares were really good. Supporting cast was good, and I'm excited to see what Parker Finn does with this in the future for Smile 3. And I feel like this was something that we talked about previously, but I'm pretty sure like he got like a first look deal with Universal after they released this one. the second one. So he'll probably be giving us some original things in the future. And it's cool to see, someone, start up from a short film to their, feature length movie. And now they're about to be working on their third movie in the franchise that they created. So that's pretty cool to see.
That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. And I hope you guys are glad to hear that we're starting our next franchise retrospective next week with with a series of movies that I have never seen. And I'm not too enthused about because I hate found footage movies. Not just horror, I hate found footage across media. I don't like it.
You didn't like
And
Project X?
the only found footage movie I ever enjoyed was Chronicle. That was a one and done for Chronicle and Blair Witch. My 1-2 punch. Everything else I kind of just
Chronicle was gas.
it was. I just kind of experience all the other ones. I didn't like when we did our only the only found footage retrospective we did was the Wreck movies. I enjoyed that first one, but it got stale after that. I mean, shit, they thought it was stale. They didn't even do it for the third one. So I don't know. But I still haven't told you what the movie is, what the franchise is. I still haven't told you what the franchise is, and that will be Paranormal Activity. I'm not ready, but I am locked in for this 8-movie journey. We might even review the play. But next week we'll see how I enjoy the Paranormal Activity franchise. But until then, thank you.
If you like this episode, please be sure to check out some from the Haddonfield Horror Cemetery, where we've covered big franchises such as Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Saw, or one-off reviews like The Blackening or Hereditary. You can follow Haddonfield Horrors on Instagram and TikTok, where the host posts updates and mini reviews. Full episodes are available on several podcasting platforms, including Spotify, as well as YouTube. If you're listening to us on YouTube, please be sure to like and subscribe. The Haddonfield Horrors podcast is produced by Mark Smart, Tawan Griffin, and Elian Cordova, themed by Lethal Injection, and edited by Mark Smart.
The Haddonfield Horror Podcast is a Letter to Media production.
Should we do an intro?